Hi folks, this is Ryozo, and today I will be talking about something that many Monster Hunter fans have come to expect in their Monster Hunter games, crossovers. Specifically, I will be addressing crossovers for Monster Hunter Stories 2 and what we should be expecting in the pipeline. So, if you've been playing Monster Hunter games for some time, then you're aware of its tradition for crossover collaborations, both involving Capcom IP as well as IP from other third-party companies. The first Monster Hunter Stories game, for example, featured collaborations with Nintendo involving The Legend of Zelda. Will Monster Hunter Stories 2 feature something similar as well? To get the answer, I went straight to the source, which would be Stories 2 executive producer Ryozo Tsujimoto-san, who I specifically asked about third-party collaborations. By the way, I'm trying to set up another interview with the devs, so if you have any burning questions that you'd like me to ask, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I'll try to squeeze them in if possible. Personally, I want to verify this whole monster color change thing, for example, and see if it's an actual feature of the game or if it's something that got cancelled at the last minute, and what we're seeing is pretty much just the remnants of it. Anyway, given the success of crossovers in Monster Hunter World, I asked what's the possibility that we might get something similar in Stories 2. One good example is the Behemoth collaboration with Square Enix, or Enix for example. So I asked what are the chances of getting another such crossover involving, say, a Chocobo monster. This is what he had to say. We recently announced the Palamute as DLC content that will be featuring in Monster Hunter Stories 2 from Monster Hunter Rise, Tsujimoto-san said. Obviously, that's an in-house collaboration, and we don't really have any current plans for collaborations with other companies. There are a lot of parties involved in such collaborations, so it's not only us, but we have to talk to other people from other companies as well, which makes it a bit of a challenge. However, we are featuring more title updates, and while those may not involve collaborations with other companies, we are expanding and offering a lot of DLC content, which will be offered as part of Stories 2. So we hope players can look forward to that. Yeah, so it looks like we won't be seeing any third-party collaborations, at least not anytime soon, for Monster Hunter Stories 2. Admittedly, it's a bit of a bummer, but given the challenges involved with the pandemic and the fact that Stories 2 is not a game from the main series, I guess it's understandable. On the plus side, Tsujimoto-san said currently, as opposed to never, so there might still be a chance in the future, depending on how things go and how well this game is received. I mean, when you think about it, it's probably easier to justify expending extra resources for a game that does well, as opposed to if the game doesn't do as well. Although he never exactly said that. I do think that it would be kind of weird if they don't do any collaborations with Nintendo, especially since they usually do on Monster Hunter titles that appear on Nintendo consoles. But on the plus side, it sounds like collaborations or crossovers involving Capcom franchises are still possible, since that would be more of an in-house thing and would be easier to pull off. Yeah, so what do you think of Capcom's answer about crossovers for Monster Hunter Stories 2? And in a perfect world, what type of crossovers would you like to see? As always, please feel free to leave any thoughts or questions you may have in the comment section. Once again, this is Ryozo, and thank you for watching.